So I'm super excited today because me and Ewan have been talking for a little while, and I was like, I need to speak to this guy and get him on the episode. And we're finally here to sit down. I'm so excited. We're sat down with Ewan Corlett. In Ewan's counseling and psychotherapy practice, he predominantly works with trauma and addiction from a core person-centered foundation, incorporating main modalities in his awareness of practice specific to clients' needs. What a gorgeous, beautiful intro that is. Welcome to the show, Ewan. How are you?
Hey, I loved hearing that. Yeah, well, glad to be here, man. Glad to be here. Absolutely loved that. This trauma blueprint from birth that really was just always there and always really very challenging. And I genuinely feel like I'm conquering that in a whole new way with this holotropic breath work and more conscious breath work in general.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing all of that. I'm sure there's some resonance for many people because a big thing about what you said there is not having the language or the understanding of the way you'll behave in the actions. I do feel once you get to that point, it changes everything because it's really hard to go back. Like I've said before in previous episodes, it's hard to go back to complete disassociation and unawareness. Once you started to become aware, it's quite hard to really switch that off. I think sometimes you have to go even more into dissociation if you're going to go back the other way. You'd have to full on numb yourself to even ignore your new awareness that you have. And so, what are your thoughts on this sense of sort of integration and completing these ineffective responses from the past?
I'm going to say much the same as yours. Exactly that. Yeah. The trauma response needs to be completed, and like you say, the body, as Bessel says, the body keeps a score. The body knows what it needs, and it's constantly trying to finish that. And what a horrendous place to be trapped, our subconscious, right? What a horrendous place to be trapped. And up until a year or so ago, I was still crying in my sleep. And my partner would say, "You were crying in your sleep last night." Sometimes I became more and more conscious to feeling myself crying, like it's trying to, it's still trying to happen in my sleep. It's still, that part is still trying to finish. And since I've had the holotropic breath work, which is literally where, playing music and doing the 2-step breath from your gut to your chest and out, that subconscious just rushed forward, and I started shaking, and my whole nervous system was on fire. My hands were shaking. I was stamping my feet. I was screaming. I was crying and wailing into a pillow. Obviously, with the support of my coach, guiding me in it as well. So that's, as you said before, it's so important to feel safe, and that's the key. I think that with that experience was these frequencies. He's playing music into my ears. He's reading stuff. He's giving that safety, but using sound to penetrate and to open up and release.
But why do you think it's so important alongside awareness for these clients to know that there are different approaches, and also teaching them how to integrate this with a sense of awareness? Is that a big part of how you work with people on a session to session basis?
Definitely. It's all about empowering the individual to be able to feel safe and secure within themselves, right? That's the fundamental of it all. I believe that the greatest asset I have as a therapist is in my presence, my ability to be with, right? And that, which is the greatest quality of a parent, to be with. I kind of feel like I maybe just got a download of Gabor Mate. As you mentioned him, I'm kind of thinking, well, my brain has just gone to Gabor Mate and delivered, because that's what he talks about all the time, right? My capacity to just be with. You're worthy of all of that I've just stated. So start today.
Amazing. Thanks so much, man. And like you said, we are worthy and our needs matter. The
Yes.
needs we have matter. And to know what those two things are requires a level of self-awareness. To say, what are my needs though? I think that comes from self-awareness, right? You can't just be like, yeah, I'm worthy, I love myself, I'm going to begin to love myself. There was a video I watched and it said to love myself. All right. But love what? What do you have a sense of who
Right.
you are and what matters? Then you can start to nurture that. But it
Right.
all starts with self-awareness. But that is not the end point by any means. That is your platform and foundation to move forward, right?